Well, we're definitely into that time of the year where we have these long stretches of gloomy conditions, and then we have a day of sun. And you got to get out and enjoy it because another storm will be slinging clouds our way. And we found that today. After sunshine yesterday, we got back to cloudy, gloomy, damp conditions today. We haven't had a lot of rain, but enough to make things wet outside. And we've got waves of showers moving through this evening. In fact, you can see how they extend back into northeast Oklahoma. So the risk for showers is going to be there through at least the first half of the night tonight. Now further south, you can see it has been a wet afternoon and now evening, actually a stormy afternoon and evening with a threat of severe weather in eastern Texas, and that threat for maybe tornadic weather extending across Louisiana, possibly into western Mississippi overnight tonight. We're going to keep that risk well to our south. The core of the storm is located to our west. That's going to move through as we work through tonight and tomorrow. And right now we've got wraparound clouds that will impact our weather, I think, throughout the day on Tuesday. If you remember back to Saturday, we started with some fog and mist, and then the clouds were just, we couldn't get rid of them. And I think for some areas that's going to be the case again on Tuesday. I think we're probably going to find some breaks developing in the clouds south of the interstate and probably find some late afternoon sun to the north of the interstate. But here along I-44, I think clouds may be kind of tough to get rid of. But there could be a peak of sunshine in the afternoon. Looks like by the end of the day, we've got the next cold front sweeping in from the northwest. Now, it will sweep the clouds out, but it will also bring with it some colder weather, some early winter cold that's going to impact Wednesday and Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. So looking at our forecast for tonight, again, showers, they'll be around this evening, and then by midnight, a lot of the rain has moved out. Looks like it will be a setup where there's probably going to be some areas of fog, especially I think north of I-44. And that could lead to some areas of mist, at least for the front end of the day on Tuesday. As we get into Tuesday afternoon, I do expect breaks in the clouds south of I-44, and I do expect clearing north of I-44. But here along the interstate, I think clouds are probably going to persist for the most part through the afternoon before they move out heading into Tuesday evening. Temperatures tonight aren't going to go anywhere. They're going to hold steady in the low to mid 50s, and then tomorrow, because of the cloud cover, readings are not going to warm up very much, particularly here along I-44, where I think temperatures are going to top out in the mid 50s, maybe mid to upper 50s to the northwest, with upper 50s to low 60s off to the southeast. Now looking at a Wednesday, big travel day. It looks like weather conditions are going to be quiet across the bulk of the nation. There will be a storm impacting the Great Lakes states, and there will be a storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest. Temperatures on Wednesday reflecting that cold air coming in. Looks like 40s for highs. And for Thanksgiving Day, if you're getting ready for the turkey trot early on, it'll be in the upper 20s, bright and cold at mid-morning. A lot of folks have that Thanksgiving meal around 1 o'clock, about 45 degrees. We'll have mostly sunny and dry conditions throughout the day with a high of about 47. Now the pattern changes again heading into this upcoming weekend. Looks like we're going to have cold air working south, and we're going to have a stormier pattern setting up across the lower tier of the United States. What that means for us locally is rain moving in by Friday night, a wet and cold day on Saturday. I think most areas this is just going to be a rain event. Fog and mist early on Sunday with clouds lingering, and then we'll have to watch Monday into Tuesday of next week for the possibility of rain or maybe some wintry weather. Bailey?
All right. Thank you, Jamie.